Yes, yes, yes.
I'm trying to get Shaun here, guys.
All right. So, what's up, guys? Hey, welcome to another week of iSpeedToLead with creative real estate. Little blend. So, guys, we are missing one soldier. He's down. There's always one of us that complains that we don't have, we didn't see the email, right? There's always one. I'm usually that guy. Ashley's the other female that does that, but
I know.
he's like the most punctual guy.
Yeah, he's
Guys,
coming. I just sent him.
Guys, we got Yuri on here, iSpeedToLead. Another week, bringing leads, bringing value, and he's allowing us to just rip it and lock up some sellers. So Yuri, thank you and welcome.
Thank you guys for making some calls and showing the guys creative ways how to close some deals. And if you guys are watching this from our iSpeedToLead channel, make sure to register for a 2-hour completely free masterclass from Justin, Andrew, Ashley, and Shaun that is coming soon. And I'm going to also share the quick newsletter about this too. But guys, make sure you apply some of the creative strategies. Just even check like even building rapport is just a thing. By the way, I just want to emphasize, if you're not big on like creatives, you want to just get your cash offer option. I hope this content is useful for you guys in a way just to see how the conversations are going, because even during last 5 days, I watched some people making live calls. Like somebody said, like, hey, I'm losing my house, I'm behind on everything, and the person is like, so how much money do you want for that? I'm like, yeah, we can do better than that. So especially if I'm talking to younger investors. So again, excited to support you guys. We're getting Shaun right in time, so you don't need to listen to the speech anymore. And good luck to you guys today to close some deals. And if you need anything, you know how to find me, 254-279-6742.
Damn, dropping the digits, Yuri. All right. Thank you, guys. So good. And Shaun, we're going to highlight you, bro. We're going to put you on the spot. Welcome. Nice t-shirt.
Thank you.
A little support. Nice color, too.
When you're good at cornhole, you win good things.
Is that what it was? That was the grand prize?
That was the grand prize.
You kicked my butt.
Nice. Listen, we call together, we hang out together, and do deals together. So
I see whose heating is on.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, he's probably just got out of the gym. That's probably why you're late too. Guys, all right. So catch us up. Let's do a little narrative. We have some contracts signed. Good stuff. Trying to get a twofer in one development, actually. A twofer. Actually, there's two twofers. 2 in San Antonio, 2 in Pennsylvania. Shaun, what else we have going on? We have Ohio?
San Antonio.
Yep.
That was locked up SubTo last week. Just got a verbal on Cape Coral for the SubTo seller finance.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I think that makes 4 or 6 contracts since we've started this.
Yeah,
in that range.
I'm working on Felix tonight, I think, because I think he was waiting for an HOA payoff statement or something. So we're gonna, guys, this is the name of the game too. So we have a seller from last week. So if you watched last week's episode, you'll see that we ended up getting, by chance, iSpeedToLead. I mean, check it out. We had one in one neighborhood. Ashley locked it up. Subsequently, the next week later, Yuri gives us a lead, and it's boom, same neighborhood. A little bit more distress, a little bit of a different seller, different situation, but nonetheless, now it's a creative strategy on packaging both of those deals together so one investor can buy it and it's lucrative for one investor. And then we can teach or show later down the road, or come Saturday even, how that strategy actually works. Whether it's cash, creative, we'll compile those 2 deals together to make it advantageous for one person to have. So I love that. And we have boots on the ground down there. We have one of our agents over there, Nadine, who's ready to walk it or sell it. So that's another good thing. So we'll try Felix tonight. What else? Andrew, Ashley.
Yo.
Before we get ripping, what do we want to do?
No, everything's great. I'm doing a little housekeeping on the back here. And then, we got Felix at like 6:15. I think he's expecting to hear back from us. So we can maybe jump on a call, but it'll be
hey, brother. It might be me,
so
but
it might be
Toby
you. Hana, 2 roads away.
I feel like I'm up in the club.
Is that Andrew's internet?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's-
Your internet
Remix.
again.
It is me right now.
Amateur hour today again, guys. Sorry. We'll get that. He might. It seems like he's not. It seems like he's in the middle of Nebraska. But
Right.
he's just in
We'll
Jersey.
get
Might
him
as
some
well
good
be.
internet one of these days.
We'll have to roll. We'll run the coax cable for him. All right, guys. Let's ring it. Let's do some damage. Who's up first? We should be dialing. We actually have some follow-ups to do, and we got a good little list here to get busy on. A lot of Texas. I saw Yuri's dumping things in the side chat too. So guys, let me go check the regular chat. What up, Keith? Cashwalla, what up? What up? We got Keith. Ward's good. Oh yeah. Thanks. Thank you. All right. Shaun, I think you were on like a triple threat last weekend or last week.
Oh, with yeah. So I had we closed San Antonio. Just got the verbal on Cape Coral. That was from last week as well. And then we had one in Jacksonville, but the numbers didn't pan out. So, guys, just because it's a sub-2 and the seller's open to it does not mean it's always a deal. So we talked a little bit more about the terms this week, did some quick underwriting on it, and just the rental rates were not there. Wasn't good as a flip. I think the cash on cash return is going to end up being like 3% or something like that. So it really wasn't worth it for an investor.
So Shaun, while we gear up, what would that be? So you talking about the entry fee? Was the entry fee on this creative deal too much?
Too
Is
high.
that what the deal? Yeah. too
Yeah,
high?
yeah. So pretty much the entry fee divided by the annual cash flow that this property would produce. That's how you guys calculate your cash on cash return, and it ended up being like 3%. And for context, your everyday investor is probably looking for anywhere from 8 to 10% cash on cash return. They're pretty happy with that. Now, when you get into maybe some more seasoned investors on the creative side of things, we like to shoot for a bare minimum of 15% cash on cash return. And that's still, you're not going to get too many people excited, creative investors excited about a 15% cash on cash return. Typically we like to, for a deal that's pretty good to, dispo and sell off, we're probably looking at anywhere from like 20 to 30% cash on cash return is something that for a fact that you can move.
Yeah, totally, dude. And I think the other thing is, not everyone can turn all these creative deals into big cash flow. It's meant for, I went through with someone today and we were talking about just the four features of it. We're going to talk about, lead with cash, typically sub-2. This is a big Jerry Norton thing. He and I were texting this week talking about what a local student that I'm helping out of one of his students. And it's going to be, teaching the whole system of cash first, creative second, sub-2, novation would be a third, where you're doing that hybrid of, better than cash, not creative. And then fourth, retail, lead with, get that retail. But either one of those strategies, you should be achieving a success if there is something to make out of this deal. So, no, good explanation. And guys, we'll go into a little bit more in detail. We're going to share some examples. Anyone who's tuning in now or tuning in later, sorry that if it's not evergreen, you're going to hear about old data, but September 21st, this coming weekend, we're going live 11 a.m. East Coast time. And you just got to sign up, and it's going to be Real Estate Justin. We'll put the links in here later, guys, or we'll put the links in shortly. But we're going to be going through some examples that why we led with cash. A cash deal didn't work, or retail didn't work, and creative ended up working. I want to talk about some iSpeedToLead leads that we've converted and had some success, right? And that's the whole name of this game, but also to show you guys that you just don't have one tool in the tool belt. We're going to have multiple tools, and that this game is constant. You might think it's cash now. You might have to convert to creative later. So, all right, enough yapping. Let's get some dialing going. Who's up?
I'm good to go. Oh, okay. Go.
No, Ashley, lead it off. Ladies first. Go
we
for
didn't
it.
hear enough of you last week.
So I was going to call Lon Brooks. He's in the side chat.
Hit it up.
All righty.
There's a lot there. So
I'm putting them in a sheet for us.
Hey, is this Lon?
Yes.
Hi, Lon. My name is Ashley. I just got a notification that you're interested in selling your property on Moore Street. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. I was actually just looking it up. Could you tell me a little bit about it?
Basically, I just paid it off in February.
Okay.
I kind of let my cousin move in there. And
Can you guys hear okay? Because my mic's not working, I don't think.
Get it over with, just sell it.
Okay, perfect. All right. Is it vacant right now?
No, he's still in there.
Oh, okay. So you're just gonna sell it on him?
But I have to.
Got-
We don't have no contract and that. We just have like a verbal agreement, like where I was granted to him for a couple months.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't really paid in 4 months now.
Yeah. Yep. Time to sell it.
Yeah.
I did feel bad for a minute, but you got to do what you got to do.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
Exactly. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at it online, reading it a little bit about it. So you said you just recently paid it off, so it's an all paid off property.
Yes.
Okay, great. Do you can you just give me like maybe a rundown of the condition? Last time the roof was replaced. Anything?
It was like when I first moved in, like everything was brand new. So the roof, probably 7 years ago.
Okay.
It's a metal roof.
Oh, those are great. Okay. Perfect. So did you do updating when you moved in as well? Was this about 7 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So Lon, what's the magic number?
I was asking 70, but I'm such in a rush to sell it. I'd probably take 50, 60, 50. I'd probably be my bottom dollar.
Okay. Well, I actually I have my underwriting crew right with me. If I can just put you on hold for just a minute, I'm going to run that number. If you can give me just 2 minutes, I will be right back and I'll let you know if I can make that number.
All right. Thank you.
All right. You guys, I don't know if you guys checked it, but that seems like it could be a good deal. Obviously, we need to see pictures. I could request some pictures, but that might be a good deal.
All right. So hit me with in the side chat, guys. We are doing this live. We got these leads a moment ago. So what number? Just give me the number of paragraphs down that this one was at.
So we are. I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
5th one.
So, all right. So we're looking
And
at.
it's lawn.
I see.
This is in New York.
Sorry, guys. I'm literally looking right now. We have this. Bradford. Is this one in Texas?
Nope. This one's in New York. I'm going to send it to you right now.
Oh, I got it right.
You got it?
Here.
Okay, perfect. Juan Brooks. Yeah, guys, if you could see the side chat, it's very little. That's why sometimes you see me squinting. So it's no wonder it took him a minute.
All right. So
this might be a good deal, though. Hey, Lon, you still with me? Hello?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, just wanted to make sure you were still there. I'm just going to be another minute or two, okay?
Get some photos. Grab some, see if we can text you over some photos in the meantime.
If you could do me one small favor. So this is my cell phone number I called you from. Could you text me some photos?
All right.
Awesome. If you want to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to go back to just talking to my partner real quick.
All right.
All right, thanks. Oh, he might have.
All right. Well, he's motivated, so he
is motivated.
70 to 50.
Hung up on me.
So we're looking right now on the side. Give me 1 second, guys. So I'm going to share my screen in a second. We are going to be. It's upstate New York. Where am I? I got an old listing here. Elmira, New York. I wonder if Anthony and Heather are on. Check the main chat. Keith. Nope. We're off of Texas, Keith. We'll circle back on that one, dog.
I'm texting him. So
Sure. All right. Anyone else in the meantime have something while we research this property?
You want to call Felix?
I can't. I'm going to be doing some comping right now on this, unless you want to.
I'll
I
call.
don't know if it's me that's supposed to be calling that one.
Yeah, well, I told him it was us. So
Just tell him I'm looking at something in upstate or something. But we need the HOA on that, Andrew.
yeah.
Damn. All right, Ash. I was trying not to share all the info on this. But what we'll do is this. We're going to break out the new software a little bit here.
ooh.
We just got MLS access on it today. So I'm seeing a different owner, but it's Jeanette.
Yeah, that's what I thought was really weird, Justin, because it also says it was last sold in 2007, and he said that he just paid it off. So
Well, it could be, it could be his mom or a
Yeah.
family member. So,
oh, he sent pictures.
cool. All right. We'll get those. And then even if you forwarded them to me, what I can do is I can bring my screen up and we can probably share those too for the audience if we care. But right now I'm looking.
Terrible quality, just so you know.
Is it?
Like terrible. Like it looks like it comes from a 1980s computer.
Oh, the quality of the images. All right.
Yeah. Tell me if you just got one photo or you got a book of them.
So we're showing retail $21,000. We're showing a wholesale price of $14,000. So right now, just based off of like the wholesale software that we're running, it's showing that this market or this. Oh yeah, I see it. Looks like a big house.
Did you get just one photo, Justin?
No, I'm getting a bunch.
Okay, perfect.
So I'd be very curious to see what the $21,000 means and why.
Hey, Justin,
So,
can you highlight that screen?
is it not showing?
It's Ashley still the main screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm off that.
There you
screen.
go. Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me too, because the StreamYard stuff is. So
It's not a bad looking house.
Market could be a little bit suspect. So I would even look up the market, and that's what I'm going to do next.
Elmira.
And we'll just look up this town because what I like to do is just saying, let's say population. Just want to know what we're working with. All right, 15,000 people, give or take 15,000 people. So I try to equate that to, you look at any big names here to see what we're working with. And then we'll zoom out. All right, so we're right on the border of Pennsylvania.
Let me know if you want me to call Felix. He'll answer. So
yeah, hit it. Let it rock and roll. What I want to do with Ashley, what I want to do with her is we'll get her into a good spot if you want to, and we'll give me 1 second. So Ash, let me back this out. Let's talk to him about where did he come up with the 50,000?
Okay.
All right. And I would say, is it vacant right now? I didn't recall hearing that.
It's not.
All right.
So his cousin lives there, and his cousin hasn't been paying him rent, and he was supposed to. And he hasn't been paying for like 4 months, so he's ready to sell.
So it's free and clear. He paid it off, he said, right?
Yeah.
So
he just paid it off. Yeah.
all right. So the problem is it's got to look at the value of it, but also he wants to inherit a problem. So that actually requires a bigger discount because now there's an eviction, and an eviction in New York is unbearable. So right there, I mean, the price of admission is practically, I don't know. So I think this requires, like, instead of making hasty decisions, I think something like that. Listen, if it was in one of our markets or a market we knew and not New York, because we have a very limited number of buyers in New York as well, especially if there's an eviction. That could be 6 months to a year. And I hope our friends typically are tuning in. So Heather and Anthony, if if you guys are listening, you guys are in upstate, I want you guys on the side chat because I want to talk to you about some New York stuff. And yeah, Ash. So with that requires a steep discount. We're inheriting a problem.
What about, so I mean, it goes under contract, whatever, we make a deal. What about not releasing the funds to him until that guy's out, funds don't
Absolutely.
get released?
Absolutely. So what I'm looking at is when I look at some software and I look at some of these things too, we got to be very, and I'm more wondering why a retail is saying so low. So
Yeah,
actually,
I'm confused too.
last thing I'm going to do is we're going to look up this town and we're going to go for sale. Just a quick little for sale.
I have a question.
Sure.
So, like, because I'm on Redfin, obviously those are just rough guesstimate numbers. I get that. But why is the estimated value 129 and you're getting a way completely different number?
Good question. I think it was showing maybe some of the tax delinquencies and stuff, some of the distress factors. So it does the calculation for that.
Okay.
And again, it's never foolproof. We know that. But the algorithm is saying, yeah, let's take a look here. And guys, what I'll do is let me share my, oh, you can see that screen now. So we're going to go for sale. Let's just look at, Ash, what do you think it is? A 3-bed?
Yeah, that's what it is. A 3-bed, 2-bath.
All right, 2-bath. We'll use exact.
Decent size house. 2 full bathrooms, updated kitchen and dining
And you
area.
can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
$65K.
Never mind. Hold on.
So he's looking at, so we're looking at houses. This one looks like it has a no trespassing sign. Let's take a look and see. There was a price cut of $5,000. Private property, I think that says. So we'll just see something distressed, vacant, looks like abandoned. Looks like this is your typical move out,
Mhm.
move in, move out type of situation to me.
Beautiful colors.
Oh, gorgeous. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this house is probably habitable. Probably wouldn't take much, but broom swept to clean it out. And I'm sure you could make it habitable. 65 grand, 3.2, 1,500 square. Don't know the year of the other one. Again, we're just trying to get a ballpark, guys, just to see where this person's at mentally. So they said 70,000, then he beat himself up really quick to 50. I would say if you were going to sell one of these houses for $65,000 on market, you're going to end up, this was 12 days. You're going to end up paying an agent, closing costs. So if it's any equivalent to this ballpark price, 50 grand doesn't sound like much of a deal. So that's what I'm looking at. I would say, see if he does anything, cut him in half, see if there's anything with like a 2025.
Okay.
With, and that's the understanding that New York is one of the toughest in the country for evictions. Family.
Okay.
Cool. And we're going to pivot from this and we're going to shift over to, unless you want to hang on that phone call.
Real quick, see if.
Yeah, let's hang on it.
Hello.
Hey, Lon.
Hello.
Hi, thank you so much for sending me those photos.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. So after looking over everything and then giving the situation with your cousin still there, New York is really, really tough with evictions. So I hope you don't have any trouble getting him out. Do you think you're going to have any trouble like making him move out?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So we crunched the numbers, we looked at the photos, and yeah, there needs to be some work. I can't make your number. I'm going to be more in the 25 range, but I can close fast. Like I can close super fast and have a check in your pocket within 21 days or sooner.
All right, let me brainstorm this. Can you give me a call back tomorrow? Or can I call you?
Absolutely. This is my personal number. Call me whenever. And if you agree to that, we'll get things moving. And it's very, very fast. Like it's very easy peasy.
All right, so I'll just give you a call tomorrow.
Sounds good, Lon. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah. So, all right. Other things you can be doing there is great job. He thinks he can get him out. Again, you're not going to go through contingencies right now. You're not going to go, well, hey, we can do this contingent on it. You can also say something like, hey, but here's the other offer, and then plant the other seed, or you call him back in a little bit. He's probably talking to other people. So, and he's obviously he didn't scoff at it right away.
No, he didn't.
He's going to hang up and call someone else. And it might be playing the game against people. That's when I think we lay into, here's the other option, and if you paid it off, it's like, how about this? Give you 10 grand now, and then give you terms, make payments over time. And we'll get to that number again.
Yeah.
Seeing where you go low, anchor on cash, be better than the other person with a higher purchase price.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other option here. So,
do you think I should plant that seed? Like, because I could still text him and be like, if that doesn't work for you, I do have one more option that we could look at.
Yeah, I think giving it a minute, letting him stew it over, or you plant a seed just on a text message because he's very responsive. And I would plant the message and just go. And again, I'm open to suggestions. Anyone in the side chat, please pipe in. I'd love to hear opinions. But I would say the same thing is just go on there, plant the new seller finance. Say, hey, since you said it was paid off. The other way I can get closer to your number is if we do something that's called, if we do something a little creative. And then he's going to say, what do you think? And that's creative. That's his response. And then you can go into it, say, I can give you a down payment and make payments over time. That way we can get closer to your number and I don't have to pay the full number and I can put more money into your property while your cousin gets out, or so something along those lines. And then you can just jump on a call.
Okay.
He's probably not getting many offers in any creative too much because A, it's New York, and B, look where it is. He's got a smaller market. So the buyer pool will be a little bit different, but that is 100% could be a really good deal on a seller finance for a homestead for somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
It's super affordable. And if it's habitable, that could be a good wrap deal.
Okay, cool.
So
perfect. Thank you, Justin. You rock.
Well, yeah, no, good job. So let's chime in. Andrew, how's your internet? Good?
You tell me. It's choppy right now.
I think you're good. I just want to, if it dumps, we'll have to dump you out if it.
That's fine. The only thing I would have said there is I probably would have tried to keep him on the phone.
I wanted to, but I was like, he seemed like he just wanted to, think of.
Yeah, I would have just.
I would
have like, what would cause you to say no, or what would be the one thing that you decided this wasn't a good deal for you, and make him start to say these things to you, right? Make him think about it, and because then you can start overcoming objections for him right then and there. That's a Ted special. You don't let him off the line.
Yeah, I agree. But you got to figure too, he's like 50,000 under what he was originally asking for at that point. So
yeah, but you could, I see, I read his voice by saying, shit, like they got me. I know, like he almost gave it like damn it.
Yeah. He didn't.
Yeah.
He
You
didn't
got
go.
like, yeah.
I know. I
wasn't
almost
mad
want to
at
call
it.
him back. When I hung up, Andrew, I was like, I want to call him back right now.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't have hung up. I know. I agree.
I'm
Definitely
gonna call
agree.
Felix. If it stinks, just dump me. I close everything else on the laptop.
I'm gonna get you, Andrew, on here. All right. Hey, I'm gonna.
Hello.
Hey, Felix, it's Andrew Murray.
Hi, thanks for calling back.
Yeah.
Charles Anderson for the Police Officer Support Committee.
Yeah, I was gonna say that does not sound like Felix.
That was so trippy.
You called the wrong number.
Guys, it's live. What do you want from me? I was a telemarketer. That was the national police.
Hello.
Felix, what's going on? It's Andrew again. It's Andrew Murray again. I spoke to you about an hour ago. How are you?
Good. I'm at my brother's house, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hey.
All right, so guys, Andrew's having some technical problems. I think he's we are running into some service issues over lately at his neighborhood. So, all right, Ash, I'd say you plant the seed. Shaun's on a call. Do we go with Shaun? Shaun, you
Yeah,
wanna-
go with Shaun for a minute, and I'll plant that seed right now and see what he says, and I'll give you thumbs up.
Well, I wouldn't say it would be stupid on your part. I would say, you know, have you ever heard of, house hacking?
I haven't. I'm sorry.
No worries. So pretty much what it is like a lot of people that are trying to get into investing for the first time. What they'll do is they'll go and buy let's say like a duplex, right? They'll live in one side and then they'll go ahead and rent out the other side. So they use the rental income from the other side to help either offset completely their mortgage or substantially reduce it. So like this is how I actually got started was, and I can just give you a for instance because I personally like lived this, is I bought a duplex. The mortgage on it was like $2,000 a month. Let's say I rented out the other unit that I wasn't living in for $1,800 a month. So my mortgage payment went from $2,000 a month down to $200 a month out of my pocket. So this could be a scenario like that where, whatever mortgage you guys get on the new place, maybe we could work out a monthly payment where we would cover your mortgage entirely, or maybe the monthly payment would knock a substantial chunk off of that. So, let's say for instance, the mortgage payment on the new place is like $1,500 a month for round numbers sake. Let's say we come in and we pay you, $750 a month, we're knocking half off your mortgage. So it's more money in your pocket, on the day to day.
And then, like, you would just sign that term for
So
however long.
So we've had it. Every scenario is different, and every single seller that we work with wants different things out of it. We've had sellers that are 80 years old that are willing to sign a 30-year term because they want to leave something for their kids, their grandkids. We've had people do 20-year terms. We've had people do 10-year terms. Like, it really just depends on what you're looking for out of the situation and when you realistically want all of your equity paid out.
But I still carry the note on the house.
Nope. So you would, because it would be a seller finance. That's the technical term for it. There's a bunch of them, but I feel like that's the simplest one. You would create a new note on the property for us, right? So you would become a bank and you would be secured in this transaction by having a lien position on the house, just like your bank would. So let's say we go through with this transaction, we're making monthly payments on time, no problems whatsoever. And 3 years down the line, I get abducted by aliens and, I'm off the face of the earth. Nobody can make payments on the property anymore. Well, what we do in that instance is we pre-sign a performance deed and a deed in lieu of foreclosure. And so all that means is the performance deed is saying that, I'm going to pay on time every single month. If I miss one payment, you have the right to foreclose on me just like a bank would. And the reason why we pre-sign a deed in lieu of foreclosure is so that you don't have to, go through a whole foreclosure process. You just take that down to the county recorder's office, because we record all the documents with the county. We make sure everything's done by the book. You take that down, show that I haven't made a payment, and the clerk there, she transfers the deed back into your name, and you keep the down payment we made, all the monthly payments that we made, and you get the asset back. So at that time, you could go and list it right back on the market with a real estate agent and make even more money out of this. So like a lot of our sellers, we give them great terms and we meet everything that they're looking for. But, I feel like in the back of my mind, they kind of hope that we default so that they can get the house back and, make even more money than they were originally going to.
Yeah. Man, that's just so foreign, so different
than
anything I've ever heard.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so like a lot of the reason why you don't hear about it a lot is because, most people are used to traditional real estate sales of, hire an agent, list it on the market, do the showings, do the open houses. And, a lot of agents, they go to the 40-hour class, they pass the test, they get their license, and then they never do any continuing education beyond that. So like a lot of, you don't hear about it in the mainstream, but it's been around for years and years and years. These transactions happen, every day, every week across the country. Every single title company or closing attorney that, you would process a transaction with, they all know how to do them. It's nothing foreign to them. They see it all the time. So yeah, it definitely is a little, foreign for certain people, but it's something that's happening all the time, every day in the real estate world.
So, question on that: is there a way for you to email me kind of what that looks like? I'm not saying that it's an official offer, but like an example kind of a thing, so that I could then talk to my wife about it and try to make sense about it.
Sure, absolutely. So what I can do is I could send you like a rough breakdown of how it works. I could send you, some videos explaining it a little bit more in depth. And then I can also send you, a couple referrals or testimonials with sellers that we've done this before and how happy they are that they went this way. And then, once you have a chance to talk it over with your wife, all I ask is that we get on one more call so that if she has any questions, because I mean, you just learned about it right now. So you might not be able to, explain and answer all of her questions like I could. So, I'll send that over to you. And then all I ask is that, we get on one more call. I answer any questions. And at the end of the day, if you guys decide that, it's not the best fit for you and your family, you're not going to offend me at all. And we'll just shake hands. We've had a good conversation and we'll go our separate ways.
Yeah, the only reason I asked about that, she's a volleyball coach,
Mm-hmm.
and with me being, I'm a campus pastor. We're in the middle of a building campaign right now. Our lives are nuts right now.
Yeah.
So I don't want to promise you that I can get another phone call at any point in time very, very soon. My daughter plays volleyball in college, and so like I am never home. We rarely see each other during September to really November, and so
Yeah.
I just don't want. My integrity doesn't want to say, "Hey, yeah, send that email," and I'll promise you I can do that because.
Yeah, no,
I can promise I can do it.
No, that's totally fine. I understand that, everybody's incredibly busy. Everybody's time is valuable, but like I work 24/7, never really stops for me. So like if the best time that you guys have is, on a Sunday at 10 a.m., I'm more than happy to jump on a call at that time. And we can also just communicate through text. It doesn't have to be something as formal as a phone call. I can shoot you a text and just say, "Hey, Kent, when do you think you'd have some time?" And we can see if it fits both people's schedules.
Yeah, as long as you are fine with that potentially not happening anytime in the near future. We really have talked about, we would really like to be able to do it. We just don't know like the when and the if, but if this thing made sense, if this thing worked out, then, I think for us, we would just have to make for sure that the down payment and all of that was for sure taken care of.
Yeah. And that's a continuing conversation.
Yeah, and I really don't want to pick up a mortgage again, and so that's the other piece of it. Like if we could find a house where, we weren't given what we might make on the house or whatever. Our big thing is we would love not to get into a mortgage another 10-year, another 20-year. I think we have 5 years. I think that's what it is, 5 or 6 years left on this note. So we just don't want to do anything stupid. So
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. I can understand not wanting to carry another mortgage or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I would say, you know, let's keep the conversation going. I can send you over that stuff. And you know, I understand your guys' lives are crazy busy, and that's the good thing about us, man. Like we're convenient. We can work around your schedule. Like we're not beholden to, you know, showings or open houses or stuff like that. And you know, if you're kind of on the fence about it, I'll give you the phone numbers of people that we've worked with before, and dude, they're gonna have nothing but fantastic things to say about us. You know, we really pride ourselves on being fully transparent. I know you mentioned integrity before. That is something that we are very, very big on in our company. So I think we have a lot in common. I think our values align a lot. So I mean, yeah, let's explore it. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, it's okay, man.
okay.
Uh,
Alrighty.
so what I'll do is after we hang up, I will I'll text you over my full name, my email, so you have it. And if you want to just shoot me over your email as well, I can start putting that you know, that stuff together that you asked for, and I can get it sent over to you in the next couple of days. And you know, we'll touch base from there, you know, via text, see when we both have availability, and that your wife has availability as well. And you know, you guys can talk about it. We'll hop on a call, answer any questions. And again, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But you know, let's at least give it a shot.
All right, my dude. I appreciate the phone call.
Yeah, absolutely. Kent, take care, brother, and I will hopefully be speaking to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
See ya.
All right. It was a good conversation, Shaun. I'm getting an echo. So, good conversation. Good guy.
It was solid. I mean, at the very beginning, the first thing he said is he's like, yeah, you guys can't buy my house. Like I've gotten like several cash offers before this, and none of them are even coming close to what I want. And then we walked down the rabbit hole of seller finance, and 22 minutes later, follow-up call.
Where was that?
Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay. Yep. I think I saw that.
Yeah, 3-bed, 2-bath, 3,300 square feet. Beautiful brick build. Like I would live there in 2 seconds.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean they've just got crazy lives, and they know what their house is worth. So yeah, I mean,
and he wants to buy a new house.
Yeah, he's buying. They like just bought. I think he said he's a pastor of some sort, like a campus pastor.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah, so like they want to move closer to his work and his wife's work. They've already kind of like looked at. I think his congregation is buying a piece of land, so he wants to be closer to that.
Tax free, baby.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew Murray, Ashley. Andrew, you had some connection issues. You called the police association.
Dude, so I called.
Bro, how many fingers are we holding up?
4. Yeah. I got spammed by a same area code as Felix, so I called back what I thought was Felix. It was not.
Done it.
Yep. So it happens.
Do you want to hit him right now?
Yeah, I'll hit him. Yep. Let's hope I get the right one here.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, Felix, how you doing?
I'm good. Who's this?
This is Andrew. We spoke earlier today. I told you I was going to give you a call back.
Yes, Andrew. What's going on?
Not much. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. Pretty good.
Good. Nice. So yes, wanted to chat about your property in Tobyhanna, see what we can do to get a deal done. I know you and Justin had spoke previously.
Yes.
I think we had an outstanding HOA balance, and that was really what we were looking for information-wise from you.
I called several times. I didn't get any information from them, but I inquired about it last year, and it was somewhere in the vicinity of 28,000. So it's probably 32,000, somewhere around there.
Okay. So yeah. All right. So what is it, like $2,500 for the year typically? Ish.
started at $1,500 a year, and then I guess with the penalties and everything, I guess I don't know for 8 years. I don't know how it accumulated 30,000, but there's no disputing that, you know, whatever it is, because I heard horror stories from different owners, and you can try and take it to court, but that's just basically it. Yeah.
Yeah, man, those fat juicy HOA guys, man, they have a good living, huh?
They never did anything. They don't collect my garbage. They don't clean. They don't do anything. I mean,
Yeah, they collect your money. Or they try to at least.
They basically took over the whole Pocono Country place, and they it's theirs. You know, even though you own the house, they basically owned everything else. You know.
Yeah.
So you at their mercy.
No, I know. It's a crazy world. All right. So HOA lien aside, we'll get that figured out and get that number ironed out, right? And it sounds like it's just going to be something we add on the top. So now it's like we'll have to take that into consideration. But I know you were talking about, you know, wanting a certain amount in your pocket, but my question was really around condition of the property. Is it salvageable?
Well, I sent Justin a couple pictures. You can tell in the pictures that at least half, the front half is in bad shape.
Yeah.
You know, he sent me a picture of a property that I guess he just purchased, and I think it's a similar home because the front windows look identical to what the property looked like. You know?
Yeah, I think he was showing you a property that we're flipping over in a similar neighborhood. So we got a couple things. We got one over in Penn Estates, which isn't too far.
I see.
And then we just picked one up on Fox Ledge in the same neighborhood as you. So we're right around the corner. So for us, it makes sense. Especially if I gotta deal with these gate guards of this neighborhood, and maybe I can get him in there once and have him hit both houses. But I'm just
I do have the key pass, and I was there 2-3 weeks ago. I had to go to Strasbourg to pay the taxes, and I went by the property, and the key pass still works to get in.
Nice. Yeah. So what I heard was I reached out as well because I was, as I said, I had that other property I was trying to figure out. So I guess they say if you stop paying the HOA, you can still get in, but you can't do guest pass, is what I learned today. So like you couldn't call me in a pass, which is fine.
No.
Yeah. So now I'm looking at, to be honest, so I saw those pictures. I saw that the one, you know, it's collapsed in. I'm trying to figure out, you know, for us really is to make it worth the money. It's almost a rebuild, I think. Right. So is the land worth $50,000? That I don't, you know, I'm not confident that it is, but I'm also looking at the cost of a ground up build, you know, in that neighborhood. And am I going to be able to do that for a number that would make sense?
So, what's the bottom line? I don't know what you're trying to get. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Yeah, no. So I think you were, what were you looking for with Justin? I think you said 50.
I went at 80-30 for the HOA, and I wanted to walk away at least 50. Yeah. I had an offer of 70,000, and I turned it down.
Are you regretting that a little?
I'm sorry?
Are you regretting that a little? It sounded like you were. Your tone changed a little, so that's what I was asking.
No, I have no. You know what? While I was there was a couple crews cutting down trees and things like that. So I reached out to a couple of them. They never reached out back to me, and I just got lost in translation somehow. But the property, I need to clean it up, and worst case scenario, I'll sit on the property. I just, you know.
Let me ask you, how would that benefit you to sit on it even longer?
I eventually wanted to build, honestly. I'm a contractor, so The reason why now I'm starting a business, so the money would help. But I've been paying the taxes, and unfortunately, these HOA's fees keep accumulating. So that's why I just considered, you know what? It's either one or the other. Either I renovate the house or build. You know, I figured I could put it back together for about $60,000 to $80,000. You know, and then flip it for maybe 320 somewhere in that vicinity.
Yeah. So,
you know,
all right. Yes, somebody that's maybe doing most of the work, right? You're talking 60, 70 in just material, right? You'll be covering the labor. So, maybe that works. I can tell you 320 in that neighborhood's tough right now. Is the market going to change? We just comped our faces off in that place with the other property. We tried to find every single thing we could to make the other house that we have seem a lot better, right? And like 290 is, I think, for us, if we get 290 at this other house, it's going to be an absolute that'll be hitting our high mark. So, I think that the numbers are a little high on what you think you'll be able to get for it. 60 to 70K materials likely. I think that could probably sound decent. I may not be as efficient with my hands as you, so I'm going to have to pay someone a little bit of labor to help me out. Plus, I'm not local, not far. I'm in Jersey. I know Justin told you that. I'm a Jersey guy too now, so
yeah. I'm
about 40 minutes, just over the Delaware in Warren County. So, yeah. So you're starting a business. You could use some money now. I could do a couple things. I could offer you now money, which is probably not going to hit you at your mark. I can offer you longer term money, which is going to be a higher number, but I'd ask you to kind of hang in there with me and allow me to get in there and fight that HOA, pay those fees, get this project started, and then maybe we collect together in the end, right? And I'm able to offer you a little bit more.
I see.
Is that a consideration?
Oh, no, sounds interesting. I know, what's his name again? Your partner?
Justin.
Justin had brought it to my attention as far as maybe we could do that, I seen, while I was in that, I went to actually a couple of the community, section A and B, and then I was in the K section, but I saw a lot of new builds there. Do you know what the new builds are going for? Because they're beautiful. I guess a 3-bedroom, 2 baths, the brand new houses.
I don't recall looking at the new builds because the other property we have is not a new build. So I was glancing over new builds because they just weren't good comparables for us. But they're only going to be so high, right? That neighborhood's capping out at the 290, soup to nuts, 300, 315, but you're going to have to dump in the good money to get that higher number. Right. So like to think that these new builds are going to be something like 400, 450, 500, it's just not the neighborhood for that, so regardless, we're capped on the upside of what these properties can even bring.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
No, I totally understand. I mean, it's not Jersey, so.
No, right. Yeah.
I mean, they're building homes here in Jersey City, these 2-family houses with the garage and studio in the back, and they're selling each unit now for $1 million. When these houses were going for $1 million, now they're selling each unit for $1 million.
I believe it. Yeah, it's insane.
They're paying $900,000 for a 25 by 100 lot to knock down a house and build a new build.
That's sick.
But their turnaround is obviously, they're putting $600,000 into a new build, and then the $900 that they spent, so they're in it for 1.5, and they're pulling out 1.5. So, it's ridiculous. It's just outrageous. I could never even imagine that, but it's going, but that's Jersey.
Yeah, well, that's Jersey City too, right? So, like, I mean, I'm in a little bit more of the country, which is we still see that out here a little bit. I'm not seeing a 2-family go for $1 million per side, but it's still the prices are still pretty high, which can be good, right? We got another flip over here that's we're looking at 750 on the high end for it. So. Those, it's just far enough from the cities, New York City and Philly, you can still get those people who are willing to travel, and pay some of the big bucks, which is good. But yeah, man, let's back to your property. Like I'm interested, right? I want to figure out a way this work. I don't think coming in at 50 plus possibly 30, 40 on the HOA, that's putting us, after closing, we're at 100. I'm thinking it's going to be 100 to get it to where we want to be, maybe plus, to get it where we want it to truly be. So, willing to play ball and willing to do what we can to make it a win for you as well. I just think 50K up front is not going to be the win for us that'll make us the right buyer for you.
No, I get it. I don't know. I still have that 70K offer, and I was just pushing the limits to see, I have a family member that's a realtor that reached out to some realtors, and they said in the vicinity of 65.
But you know what they're not telling you, Felix?
Yeah.
You know what a realtor never tells you?
What's that?
How much they're going to be putting in their pockets first.
Oh no, I get it.
Yeah, come on, like that. It's the oldest trick in the book. Oh, we'll get you this high price. You're going to make all this money. Oh, yikes! I'm taking 4%. The buyer's taking 3%. Where it got closings at 2%. And next thing you know, you're the one standing there with your your hand out. Like, when am I going to get paid on this thing? So, no, so it's 65, but let's do some math. You aren't going to be near the number you want at the end of the day, right? When you get that HUD, you're going to be like, this isn't what I signed up for. So that's why I think our offer can be the best, right? Which is let's delay some payments. Right. Okay. And try to get you a little bit now. Right. But let's delay payments. Let's get us in there, do the work, and then let's sell the house and let's all collect on the profit. Right. Let's get you the number that works for you on the back end, just not the front end.
I don't know how it's going to work out with the HOA. I would imagine that
I'm going to walk in there like a ninja and karate chop them and say, we're not paying this. That's what I'm going to try to do. But here's the thing. We're going to have a little leverage. We're going to have a chance to have an honest conversation with them and say, guys, we're coming in and we're turning around your neighborhood. We are making your neighbors happy. We are improving the neighborhood by building this house. Spare us. Don't come and start a fight with us when we're trying to come into your neighborhood and improve it. Right. So, I'm not afraid to have that conversation with them and say, knock it off. All right, you bloodsuckers. You've been leeching off everybody in this neighborhood for long enough. You're well fed, all of you. Relax. We'll pay you, but we'll let us get the house fixed too. Same thing with them. All right, maybe we'll give you a little on the back end, but knock it off right now.
I guess I'm not sure if they even allow permits or anything with. I would imagine the lien by now. I never received any lien papers or anything from, but yeah, they basically control everything there.
Shut the door.
So what are you proposing? I'm honestly, what are you saying?
So ideally, I would love to come in and get this HOA figured out right away. I don't know what a down What's that?
I'll give him a call in the morning and see.
Well, why don't we?
See if I could see.
Yeah, well, we can do that, but let's figure out what would work for you too, right? Would you be willing to go with no down payment? We come in and start making any. We'll pay the taxes. We'll talk with the HOA. We'll do that thing, and then we give you a number on the back end.
There's really no taxes. I just paid them for the past 2 years. I mean, I just received a statement for 2024.
Okay.
I think it was somewhere in the vicinity of 1,800 or 2,400, something like that. I'm not even know.
So you owe 18 or 24 right now, you said?
100, yeah. As of 2024. So
yeah. All right. So you still have a payment to make.
Yeah, I just paid 22 and 23.
Got it.
So 24.
Okay. So,
I just reviewed it,
so
yeah.
we come to an agreement, which I think. Listen, I'm going to tell you what I think is best for us to to make this a win, and then we can go from there. But I think if we come in and we look at covering the 2024 taxes, right, get that up to date, right, so we're not getting beat down there. And we come in and we start construction on this thing right away, and we pay you on the back end. So ideally, if you would be willing to hold a note on this property with nothing down right out of the gate, I think that, I mean, it would allow us to have the highest chance of success, and therefore give you the highest chance of being paid out the most money.
Yeah. My biggest concern, honestly, is this election coming up. And
ooh, come on, everybody's dropping interest rates now.
No, obviously. Yeah. I think the market might take a knee anytime soon. I mean, I've never heard it to last this long, to the point that there's bidding wars here in Jersey City.
It is different though, man.
No, I know it's different, but what I'm saying is that, I mean, people are bidding 20, 30, 40, 50,000 over asking price just to get a house. I mean, there's buyers everywhere. And my biggest concern is come November and we get a new president and all hell breaks loose and the market crashes and the interest rates go up. I don't think it'll be a seller's market anymore. So,
okay.
I don't know. I mean, I might be wrong, but
yeah.
This bubble.
Yeah, I mean, so I honestly think we're taking the biggest risk. That's our fear, right? Like I'm not. Yeah, that's all of our fears, right? Good thing for you is you'll be holding a note, and if we start to be the ones that default, or we start to be the ones in trouble, you still have a lien on the property and can foreclose and take things back, right? So you still have some leverage to get back to where you were prior to this. We're the ones that, if the market crashes, are going to be the ones kind of, stuck with our pants down. Really.
Don't want it for either one of us.
Yeah, of course. Me neither. And that's why I'm asking for the no down payment, because I think that it puts us in the best position come any type of negative downturn on the market. It's gonna leave us all in a great position to be successful.
I see. That might happen. Might not.
Of course. And guess what? It could go the other way. And now we're all.
No, I get it. I'm an optimist, so I always look for the positive side of everything. But I'm also a realist, so I'm trying to see if it'll benefit both of us.
Of course,
obviously it would in the long run. But I guess we're both taking a risk. Especially you guys. You're fronting the money. So
yeah.
I don't have much to lose, but another debt. So I guess, I could, I can talk it over with my lawyer and then see what he says. And then if you want to, I would really want you guys to look at the property to see it. You basically, if you have a crew, you assess the property and assess the repairs or
Yeah.
total rebuild or anything like that.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
I need to get up to that other property in the next maybe couple days, weekend. So I'm going to be up there anyway. I have a guy who's in the neighborhood who's getting me access to it through the other property.
Okay.
So I can go check it out. I can bring the crew in, or I can bring a GC with me, and we can do, we can do that assessment. Now you're right.
I mean, we're talking, but you haven't seen the property. The pictures don't do it justice. I mean, when I look,
100%, Felix, 100%.
What the fuck did I get myself into?
No, I know. So listen, you're 100% right. The reason I do this first is because I need to make sure we're in the same ballpark before we start getting excited. We start, lining up our ducks. So absolutely, I get the sense that you got at least 1 foot in the door with us, right? I'm trying to drag you in to get your second foot in, but I can play nice and give you a little time, but yeah, I think it's I think we go look at the property and say, because you're right, I could look at it and be like, oh, Felix, let's save us all and not do that. But again, we're there. It's gonna work for us because I can have crews at both houses.
Oh, because of close proximity to each other, yes.
Right, because the other so like that's also why it works, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was actually considering putting a second floor on I mean, the foundation, I don't really see it damaged. There might be a hairline crack on the cinder block. I'm not sure if it's a poured cinder block foundation or it's just a cinder block foundation. I'm not sure. I didn't go inside the property.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So, my buddy walked in there. I was like, oh shit, I'm not doing it.
I hear you. No doubt. All right, so here's what we'll do. I'll go walk it again.
Okay.
I'll send you a case of Stella's, and then we'll get a contract. How about that?
Let's talk. When are you planning to go there? Because if it helps to gain access and we can discuss it face to face and we can look at it and stop talking turkey and we can make it work. I can be there. I mean,
all right.
We're going Thursday of next week.
Okay.
I can do that.
Yeah. Let's figure it out. Hey, I'll drink a Stella on a Thursday. I'm not afraid of it. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's figure out what day tomorrow's not going to work. So Thursday this week's not going to work. Maybe it could be this weekend. Are you available this weekend?
Unfortunately, I just got proposed a big project, and
okay,
it's not a big project, but it's a very beneficial project that I could do over the weekend. And
no worries. Actually, so I completely forgot. Justin's actually in town next week. So next week's probably perfect because he's down from New Hampshire at the Penn Estates finishing that project up. So I was going to be out there to see him anyway. And we were going to check out the other property in that neighborhood. So we might as well just, it's a fiesta now. It's we're going to have a great time.
I get it. I mean, honestly, realistically, what do you think once that place is up to par, what do you think it'll go for?
325 max right now. I'm not going to try to be predicting of the future, but I'm telling you, we're going to have to put the high end stuff in there. I can show you the comps of the ones that were finished up real nice, but.
So you got the brand new cabinets, all stainless steel appliances,
Uh,
porch countertops, the
it's yeah, right. Yep.
I see hardwood flooring or
Yep. Hardwood. Hardwood. Yeah, I mean
Wow.
it's done right, right? It's done right, and that's what we're seeing. Any of the other properties in the neighborhood that have all of those higher finishes, that's what we're seeing. So you got to think, listen, we're not doing this for 10 grand, for 20 grand, right? We're trying to make a little bit of money together. So putting that amount of money down, we got to make sure that it's worth it. So yeah, I mean,
Justin was even saying, if you can come in and, actually rehab it. And, I just don't have the time. I'm at the tail end of my career.
I got it, buddy.
I'm slowing down. I'm looking at an inspector's position. So, I just, I was gung-ho before, but I'm going to be 58 in a couple weeks, and I'm exhausted. I'm spent, so
I hear
for
you.
me to take on a big project like that would be, if I could financially do it. I mean, even my family, my sister and my son, they both homeowners, and they have a lot of equity in their home. And said, well, let's fix it. I was like, no, I don't want to involve anybody.
Yeah.
I don't want to be committed to anything at this point in my life right now.
Yeah. All right. So would you take 25 and go on a nice vacation?
25 and then the 30 on
And we'll handle the HOA.
That brings me back even lower, but realistically. You got to look at the property, honestly.
Yeah.
I know you're making offers, but
I'm just gauging. I'm just gauging.
No, I get it.
I want to know what gives you the most satisfaction and solves the an issue and makes you the happiest, right? And I don't know if that is money now, or you'd be cool to chill and collect a little bit more over time. But hey, man, if it's some money now allows you to just exhaust yourself of this completely, finally, I wouldn't blame you. If you're like, shit, I've already been here 8 years, what's another 4, 5, 6 months? Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
To collect extra on it.
No, I get it. Well, you know what? You talk it over with Justin. I'll consider it. Like I said, I could meet up with you next week if you want to do that. This way.
Can I just ask you one question real quick? What's your biggest concern for not saying yes right now?
It's only $25,000. I mean, 8 years of bullshit for $25,000.
What about if I gave you 40 over time, 40 at the end?
40 is what I was looking forward to at minimum to make, even if I would sell it tomorrow. I mean, I had a realtor offer me 70 flat and not a penny more or less,
Yeah. So no agents. Yeah. No agents, no commissions. You hang in there with us for a few months, and I give you 40K at the end of it.
We could possibly do that and guarantee that. Huh?
Yeah, I mean it's a no-brainer for us.
Yeah, I'll consider that. I'll definitely consider that. Yeah, I don't see why not at this point. I mean, I've been honestly, you're not the only contractor. I mean, you guys are developers, I guess, or contractors or realtors.
We do.
I spoke to a lot of people, and some people were just like, bottom line is this, and
yeah, because they're one-trick ponies. That's why they only know how to do this thing one way, and that's his low ball cash offer and go get a hard money loan and do a flip, right? We don't even mess with banks half the time, 3/4 of the time. We're doing creative financing. We're doing something like this, where we get people like yourself to hold the note. We go get private money. So like we'll do it any which way. We'll cut it up to make it the best possible deal.
No, I get it. You're in this business to make money. Yeah, I might consider that.
All right, so I'm going to ask you that question one more. I'm going to ask you one more time if you don't mind. What would be your biggest concern to not saying yes to that deal right now, where you took 40 over time?
What's my biggest concern?
Yeah, what would stop you from saying yes to that today?
Listen, I'm basically trying to get the most money out of it. My son sold a home that was in the family. His grandmother left it to him, and at the time they were offering him $550, and then he finally maxed out at $650. The developer sold it to another developer within 2 weeks for $800,000. It's on Zillow, and they flipped it, put 7 into it, and now they're selling it for like almost 2.8 million. So if he would have held on a little longer, he probably would have got the 750, 850.
I don't totally agree though, because you want to know why?
Yeah.
Because he didn't know the next guy who was going to buy it at that next price.
Exactly.
So he could have waited 2 weeks, and guess what? He still wasn't going to know that guy. So there's a levels to this game of, and listen, it's happened to us. It's happened to me. I've tried to hold out, and I sell it to somebody, and that person knows somebody with deeper pockets than I did, and now they're selling it. And I'm going, dang. But at the end of the day, who cares? I still got to win. You know what I mean? I still made money, so I was good.
Of course, that's the bottom line and shit. Yeah, I'll definitely consider it. I can't give you a final answer today. I would have to speak to my lawyer, like I said, and like I said, I would like to meet you guys.
Yeah.
You tell me, I'll be there, and then we can take it from there.
All right. Why don't we set up let me talk with Justin. Let's set up a time for next week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. Figure out what day works best, and then we can go meet out there.
Just give me a day or two in advance.
Absolutely.
I could reschedule my schedule, and
Yep.
I'll definitely be there. It's not a problem.
All right, brother. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
definitely want to do business with you guys, man. You seem
Love
like
it.
the most honest, and Justin was straightforward with
Yeah.
me, just like you are.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
And yeah, I'm not here, like just talking shit here.
No, I know.
But
I know.
let's make it work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, brother. I really appreciate you, Felix.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right, buddy.
But yeah, call me tomorrow. So this is your private number. Can I log you in?
Yes, sir. You can.
Okay. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. And you just told me. Well, what's your name again?
Andrew.
Andrew. Yes, like my buddy Andrew. Okay, Andrew. I'm gonna log this number in, and if anything, I'll give you. Talk to Justin tomorrow. Have you call me, or have him call me, and then we could set up a date.
All right, buddy. Sounds good.
Then I can make up my mind. I'll talk to my lawyer, and then we'll see where we can take it from there.
All right. Yep. Absolutely. Sounds good.
Andrew, it was a pleasure talking to you. You have a good night, and I hope to hear from you soon.
All right, buddy. Sounds good. Take care.
Take care.
All right, bye. Dang.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard one. It's a piece of we'll go there this week coming up. Ted Miller's in the back room, backstage. We'll bring him up in a second. And but yeah, good job. I mean, it's a hard one to figure out because it's a $40,000 HOA. But what I did not like hearing in that conversation, the one takeaway I did not like hearing is that other people are having a tough time negotiating those HOAs. The little secret that we have inside of creative finance that most people don't even deploy is liens. Sure, we take them over subject to as well. We take over liens. We've taken over hundreds of thousands of dollars of liens. I think Ted actually has dealt with some that are super expensive. I know Pace Morby's taken over a couple $1 million, like $13 million tax lien, SubTo. So they don't scare us. It's how you can negotiate them. And HOAs aren't like a financial institution where they just write it off as a loss. They sort of just go, we'll just keep rocking the bill, baby, or we'll take the collateral. But we'll see what type of thing we can deploy on that. And without further ado, I'm going to bring Ted up, and I'm going to bring him in, and we're going to see if he can take a rip. We actually got one. What up, Ted?
Yo, what's going on?
What are we doing, dog?
Doing good.
What
man.
up, Ted?
Andrew, just getting that guy ready to go. You didn't want to get off the phone with Andrew.
He didn't.
Dude, I was trying. I said it to Ashley earlier. The Ted. You don't let him off the phone. I was trying, dude.
It was the reverse. I don't let him. He wasn't letting you off the phone.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I know.
So-
I tried to ask those questions of well, what's stopping you from saying yes right now?
It's good.
Yeah. So Ted and I own some stuff in the Penn Estates and one of those in neighboring Poconos properties. So Ted, those are Tobyhanna. One of our partners has some stuff over there already. So, that they're those like 70s, 80s contemporary ski houses that are just, this one's crumbling, and it's got a $40,000 tax lien, HOA lien.
Yeah, I heard that. And
What do you think of negotiating an HOA?
I haven't done HOA before, but it's you might as well take it over contract for deed, and now let them know the ownership change and say, hey, this guy's just gonna let this thing fall apart. Like, now you got the control with the contract for deed. They don't see the deed changing, and that's probably a good place to negotiate. So we don't negotiate it and say, oh, thanks for the the $30K discount. And then he goes sells to someone else, but you still have the control with the contract for deed kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point. And the one thing is you just don't want to show the construction or any type of work or, contractors over there because they'll know something's up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, you're working on it now? That 40K is not that big of a deal.
So yeah, we have to strategize on this one on the back end. I think this would be actually a good conversation piece or like a little study on how we would approach that, because $40,000, anything you negotiate, we've negotiated tax liens down. Ted and I, there's one, you had your own, we've had one together that was like, they wiped off the most expensive year. Like they'll do certain things for us. But I think that something like that HOA, if they're a private enterprise and they don't have to do anything, damn, you almost want like the house to be condemned. Then you go, what do you have next?
Yeah. What, like the owner owes you $40K. Why haven't you foreclosed on them yet? Or like started that HOA foreclosure process? Oh, it's because the property's falling apart. So they don't want the responsibility. Yeah.
It's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, Ted's on our team. Ted's partner of mine, partner of Andrew's, and does Shaun, Ashley. We're all friends in the community, right? So Ted's really good at creative finance, structuring, architecting, master at HUDs, reading HUDs, and closing deals. So I think one of the things, Ted, you want to, Yuri from iSpeedToLead is, this iSpeedToLead's like, we're here bringing value. We're using powered by iSpeedToLeads. And so that's all these leads. That's everyone we're talking to. Nothing from any other channel. And we have a bunch of contracts, that we're working on all this stuff. Erie, Pennsylvania just came in. Looks like it's a block from one of the Great Lakes.
Oh.
And I see it in the side chat. I'm going to copy and paste. Do you want to jump on? We'll see if you can.
Let's do it.
You might have to use the personal with the Pennsylvania, because you are you're from Pennsylvania too.
Yeah, I got that 610 Eastern Pennsylvania.
None of this.
Yeah, North Carolina stuff. And so when these leads come in, these are just fresh inbound leads saying, people will say, I want to sell my property, or these like properties that are leads that didn't work for another wholesaler.
It could be a potpourri of everything. I think they're more or less exclusives. So there are various types of leads that you can get from iSpeed's. Let me see who's here. Here we go. Various types of leads, right? Yep. You can get an exclusive, pay for it, get it yourself. You can also, pay for another lead. Bro, Chris Geddes closed he bought a $2 lead. I think he has 2 deals on $2 leads. He got $5,000 on one of them last week. It's a damn good return on investment. So yeah, that's probably an exclusive that you're going to be calling.
All right.
And let it rip. Let's take a look. I think you had a phone number.
Yep. I got it right here.
Private chat. Yeah. And we'll help you. I'm going to sit here and look this up too.
Sounds good. Hey, is this Peyton?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Peyton, I just got a notification come across my desk that you had a property you're looking to sell over in Erie.
Yes.
Like, sounds like I caught you at a bad time.
No, I'm just sitting here watching TV.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So all I got here in front of me is that it's like you're looking to sell, and I saw here that you bought it in 2021. Is there a reason why you're looking to sell at this moment?
I'm relocating.
Gotcha. All right. So you're obviously that means you're living here right now. That's not a rental of yours.
Well, I have a tenant in there, but he's going away at the end of the month.
Oh, is he? Okay. So you're managing this property yourself then.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So have you thought about getting like a property manager and just having your manager deal with it?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. I mean, a lot of the properties that we have that are about, more than an hour away, we typically get property managers for. So, it's always a good option.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to pay for repairs in the future and stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, what kind of repairs are you dealing with right now with the property?
Well, none, but in the future it's going to need like new siding and a roof, stuff like that.
Okay. I gotcha. Makes sense. Well, I mean, I'll just get to it. I mean, I saw that you bought it for 140 in 2021. I mean, what are you looking for right now?
Well, the Zillow estimate, which I kind of take with a grain of salt, is 185, and if I could even get close to that, I'd be happy.
Okay. Is that a good deal for another buyer?
For another buyer, I mean, yeah, I think if you go in there, if you buy it at 185, go in there, put some money into it, as in like cosmetics. I mean, it has new floors. You go in there, do some cosmetic work to it. I think that you could make a lot of money off that property, honestly. Or even if you're like, if someone wanted to like buy it and use it as a rental, they could really make a lot of money off it.
Okay. So so you're saying the best exit is buying it and holding it as a rental?
I'd say for somebody.
Okay. How much you renting it for right now?
1,600, and I know, like that's probably low, honestly, with how rent is now.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a yard, and a good school district. It's not in the city of Erie. It's in Mill Creek Township, which is like the most desirable place to live in the area.
Okay.
I mean, it's close to a lot of attractions like Presque Isle. I don't know where you're located, but it's. I mean, it'd be a great rental property. Or if someone wanted to buy it and turn it into Airbnb, they'd make a killing off it.
Yeah. Is Erie a good Airbnb market? Because we got 2 Airbnbs in the Poconos right now, and about 2 years ago they were doing great, and it's been going down since. So I'm not sure how much of an Airbnb.
So it's about 40 minutes from a ski resort. In the winter, there's college kids that always have to come up and do their test outs. It's near Waldemere, a little amusement park good for kids, and it's near Presque Isle. And I mean, some people would probably get an Airbnb right on the lake that can afford it, but for like, I don't know. I honestly have like that. I've considered turning it into an Airbnb. I just don't have the capital for it.
Got it. Okay.
But honestly, I think it would do well.
That's good to know. I mean, it's great that it has an Airbnb potential. I have to bring it to my partner who does all our Airbnb underwriting if we do look to that. But since we've gotten burned in the past for other Airbnbs, we always look at our properties that it's got to be a long-term rental. Where if the Airbnb fails, we sell the furniture and then we go and rent it out.
Yeah, I mean, it would work that way too. I mean, like I said, it's in a good school district. Like, if there's a single parent with like 1 kid, that house would honestly be like perfect. It's just like, you know what I mean?
With a lot of single parents with 1 kid in the area?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Okay. All right. Just wondering.
I'm sure.
It's a lot around me too.
Yeah, it's like a disease in the country now.
Yeah, I know, man. So you mentioned that I could go in there, like, because most of the time what we're doing with our properties when I'm buying them in cash, because the interest rates are pretty rough these days, is we're mostly buying to do flips essentially and get our cash out right away. I know you mentioned that if I did buy it for, around this estimate you're saying, that I could go renovate it and then sell it and make a profit. How much is it worth all fixed up?
I know all fixed up. That place is like location and everything. You're looking over 200,000.
Like 205 or like 290?
I bet you. Here, let's look at what the houses in the area are. Given that, hang on, I'll show you. I'll read off the other houses in the neighborhood. Now, these other houses obviously have more bedrooms and aren't in A-frame. So, but hang on, let me look at Zillow real quick.
All right. Look at it too.
Like on the houses next to me are well in the 200s. The ones 230, 250, 335, 285, 285. I mean, they're not bad at all.
Are they like 900 square feet?
What?
Are they like 900 square feet? The one that's for 285?
Some of them are bigger. This one here, let's see. This one's 1,500 square feet and is probably in the same condition as my house. And its estimate is 237.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, typically the Zillow, I mean, they do have like a great algorithm and it's getting more and more accurate these days. The one thing they can't account for is the condition of properties. So most of the time when I'm looking at like a estimate and like what I see is like they assume the property's, fixed up, ready to go, especially when there's other properties that are sold that do have that high, that have been rehabbed to a good level.
Yeah. For sure. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's why I say I kind of take it with a grain of salt on a lot of these, but I don't know. My main goal is just not to get burnt on this.
What do you mean by burnt?
Like, I've gotten a couple other offers for like what I paid for, less than what I paid for. People just trying to buy me out of my mortgage outright. And it's just like I gotta get something out of it for my next house.
Man, that's messed up. Well, I mean, what's your payoff on your mortgage right now?
126.
126. All right.
Yeah.
And so someone said, "Hey, you got 126. I'll offer you 126." And you're like, "Dude, what the hell? I bought this thing for 140 or whatever."
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. Well, I mean, how much you trying to net?
As much as I can. I mean, in an ideal situation, like if I could get 185, which I'm probably not going to, I've accepted that. I'd, like 50 grand would be ideal, but I know that's not possible. I'd at least like to get like, I don't know, 20 to 30. I don't know.
20 to 30K. What will that do for you?
Be able to give me a down payment on a new house closer to my work.
Okay. So are you, I mean, obviously you own this house. The house you live in right now, you own that one too?
No, I live in my, I'm actually in a good situation. I kind of live in my grandpa's old house for right now.
Okay. All right. That's good. So then you bought this one just to rent.
Well, I bought this one and I was living here because I grew up in Erie. That's where my old job was, but I got a higher paying job kind of closer to Pittsburgh. And I drive about an hour. I mean, it's like I save like an hour every day where I live now going to work, but it's just not feasible to live there long term.
I got you.
So I lived there until about like March of this year.
Oh, so you just moved out recently.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right.
And I have my roommate that I had was living there now.
Gotcha. Is he still paying rent?
Yeah, but he's out at the end of this month.
Oh, is he? Okay. Well, I mean, you bought it for 140. You must be like making a killing per month, like with your mortgage payment.
I'm making. I mean, yeah. I mean, my minimum payment's $950. I pay $1,100 on the mortgage just to kind of save me some interest. But
Really?
I mean, I probably net like $500 a month, which really isn't anything.
Oh yeah, that goes quick. It's like that's like five round trips to your job, or it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you said you're paying down your mortgage fast and not pay interest, but I mean, I'm assuming you have like an incredible interest rate on that loan right now, right?
No. I'm at like 3.1.
Okay, so it's like, just decent, but not great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yep. All right. So yeah, I mean, are you sure you don't want to? You sure you need to sell it? Like, I mean, are you sure you don't want to keep it?
I mean, I'm just kind of exploring my options. If I have to keep it, if like the best option is to keep renting it out to somebody, then that's what I'll do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got you. But I'm assuming though you're looking for that new down payment, right?
Yeah, which I mean, that'd be ideal.
Gotcha. So I'm trying to like make sure. So how much? So if I did buy it, and you said your mortgage is like what? You said 124. The payoff.
Yeah, 126 payoff.
126. And you're saying you like need a minimum of 20K down, or excuse me, 20K in your pocket.
Yeah.
So if I was at 146, give or take, like what would you say to that?
Well, I'd try to bring you up to like 150, honestly.
What, 150?
I'd probably do it for 150.
Okay, I got you. All right. When would you make a decision on that?
Beginning of October. Once I know my tenant's out.
Okay. So if I was at 150 or whatever, and I said, "Hey, let's do a deal," you say I'm not making a decision until October?
I mean, I would make that decision beforehand, but I couldn't go through with it before October.
Oh, I got. Oh, so you're saying you would accept some type of offer before that,
yeah,
and go and have an agreement in place, but you're not selling until your tenant or it sounds like your friend's out of there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that worked for us. So those other offers that you got, anyone talk about just like taking over the loan or anything like that?
So I have one offer from actually my old high school teacher. He flips houses too.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going to basically keep the mortgage in my name. His offer is to keep the mortgage in my name, fix it up, rent it out, pay me for my mortgage every month, plus some cash flow over an allotted amount of years. And then at the end of the years, whatever he has left on the original price we agreed on, he would pay me outright.
Gotcha. Okay. It sounds like could be a pretty solid deal. Why don't you take it?
Because I don't want to go to a mortgage company in a year or two and then I'm not be able to get a mortgage because I already have one.
Oh, really? Okay. Did you talk about is it like you're concerned about the DTI or something like that?
What is DTI?
Debt to income ratio.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that too. I mean,
okay.
I'm just concerned about, trying to get another mortgage on a nicer house.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, we've done that too. I'm trying to figure out a way how to get this deal done. Because I think if I was doing it in cash, it'd be tough to come to the 146, 150 mark if the property's worth, in the 200s. I'm trying to find a good renovated comparable. But because having you get another mortgage, we've helped sellers in the past do that. But I'm guessing. What was the other guy coming in with his down payment? Your old teacher.
I don't even think there was an actual down payment.
Really?
No, I think it was just I signed over the deed of the house to him, and he pays me the mortgage payment and obviously we'd agree on the end price. I think we said 170.
Oh wow.
And then, but that's not for sure. He just said he was just shooting the idea into my head. He's like, you gotta keep your options open here, though.
Yeah.
And do what's best, But
man,
I don't know. I just wanted to see if I could get money outright from somebody.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we've ever done that where we didn't even offer a down payment to a seller. I mean, it sounds like you're taking a bunch of risks there for you for what, $100 a month?
Like, I mean, I wouldn't do it for just $100 a month. Keep a mortgage in my name. Like, I'd have to cash flow at least what I'm cash flowing now.
Okay. So you would say if you were to do that, you would need like what, 500 some bucks a month in your pocket to even like say
consider it.
Yeah. Okay. What about like a down payment that gets you down payment on your current rental so you can buy a new property?
I guess it would just depend on the number.
Okay. All right. I mean, so I know you mentioned does 20K or something like that? Does that get it done for you?
I mean, yeah, probably.
All right. So I got to make sure I can do that number of 20K. I mean, like if I was to buy it, obviously, you want to help out your friend who's your tenant. You don't want some new landlord coming in and being a jerk. It sounds like you care about this guy. I'm sure he's a good friend of yours.
Yeah, but he's not gonna live there anymore.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, that works.
He found a new place and everything, so like I actually don't give a fuck.
Yeah. All right. Good. All right. Well, in that case, I mean, if we bought it, and we gave you a down payment, I mean, what in there? Like, what work needs to be done right away so we can rent it again?
Well, I'm in the process of putting the new floors in. So most of it's done. I just gotta do the stairs.
Okay.
The front door should probably get replaced at some point. Here's definitely a front door right away. And then really it's just up to it's just some cosmetics, like the interior of the house is just older.
Yeah. It's got. How are the pictures on Zillow compared to what it is like now?
That's pretty much what it is. Those pictures are pretty accurate.
Okay.
Like, I didn't paint anything. I put up a new ceiling fan in the living room. I'm an electrician, so like I did some electrical stuff to it. I like replaced the outlets, some of the switches. I mean, like, all the electrical's fine. I put a new washer and dryer in there. I fixed the furnace. Yeah, I mean, really, I think just you go in there and you paint it, make it look a little bit fresher. You could get it would be a good rental property.
Okay. That makes sense. Did you have any, like, so I'll see what I can do for coming in with that 20K down or so. But let's say, and do you have concerns of, a company like ours buying your property and just leaving the mortgage where it is, like you're a cosigner, essentially?
A little bit, but like whenever you say you'll help me you'll help your seller with another mortgage, what do you mean?
So I wouldn't help you and get you to apply for a new mortgage, of course, right? Because essentially I can't even get a mortgage these days because I'm self-employed. So a bank will look at me and laugh, and like they don't they don't give loans to people who don't have W-2 income.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I can only get loans like if I don't live in the it's not like a loan for an investment bank, but it's a pain in the ass. And it's just not even worth it. But if I try to buy a house to live in, I can't get a home owner occupied loan because I don't have a W-2 job. So,
oh wow,
yeah, I know it's crazy. But I know. So you're asking like, how will we help you get a new loan?
Yeah.
So like I said, we wouldn't really exactly help you in the sense of like we're gonna hey, call this bank, call that bank. But what we do is we would be able to show any lender that you are no longer responsible for payments on your mortgage, and that's with us doing the proper paperwork on the front end when we buy your property, so that essentially you can show that you have the note or the debt, and then we have a debt to you that says, hey, we are making payments straight to you, Peyton, as a mortgage.
Okay. Yeah, that makes. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But then it's like I'm waiting that long. Like, I feel like the should go up a little bit since I have to wait. I don't know.
What do you mean you have to wait?
Well, like, so like we'd have to come to an end price of it. Like, you pay me, like, you pay my mortgage every month plus some cash flow. But that only happens for so long. Eventually, you'd have to buy me out of it completely, correct?
Well, we just did a deal. I'm trying to think of a deal. We're doing a deal in North Carolina, and it's a little bit different situation. The guy actually inherited a house, and he's living there with some of his friends. I have in quotations because they're like kind of tenants. He's unable to afford the property anymore, the mortgage. So we're taking it over. We're catching up his back payments, about $7 or so K, paying him $5K into his pocket so he can move to his new place, and that's about as much as we can put down. It was about 12 to 13K or so because the property needed a little bit of repairs, and we agreed that, hey, we'll pay you 10K over time, and I think we're paying him about $150 a month until we pay off that 10K. But once we pay off that 10K, we never agreed that we're going to pay off his mortgage. So I might have forgot the part where we're taking over his mortgage too. But we're essentially every month we're making two payments. We're paying his mortgage, it's about like $900, and we're making a payment to him for $150. And so then we'll pay off that $10,000 in, I don't know, like 7 years. But then we'll continue to pay the mortgage that he has for the next 20 or so years. Hopefully that made sense. So
yeah. But so you keep paying it off his mortgage until the mortgage is completely paid off, correct?
That is correct. Yep.
So that would be over a course of what, like 15 years or so?
Is that how many years are left on your mortgage?
No, I think I got like 30 left.
30? Dang.
I don't know.
What'd they give you? A 35-year loan?
I forget, honestly. I can log in and look at it all. I probably should know, but
yeah. I'm guessing it's 30 years, and you probably got like 26, 27 years left or something like that. But I mean, I'm not supposed to say this to my sellers because every time I say it to my seller, the seller brings it up later to my partner. But our life cycle on all our properties is between 7 to 10 years. And when I say life cycle on a property that we buy, I'm meaning in about 7 to 10 years, we're either refinancing that property and pulling out the equity, or we are selling the property. Essentially, it's like a reevaluation by our company. And
gotcha, that makes sense.
Yeah, but we don't like guarantee it. We're not like, hey, Peyton, in 10 years, we're 100% paying off your mortgage. Like, it could be 11 years, could be 12 years. But the likelihood of us not selling or refinancing your property over the 27 years is like almost like it's so unlikely to happen. Because it's just like, me and my partners, we get older, things change, it's like, hey, let's buy this, bigger asset. Let's sell this thing. Just life changes, and, sometimes single family is just not where we're going to be at. Especially so, but we don't guarantee it. You know what I mean? Except for the part that we owe you on your equity, like your 10K, for example, that we got to pay every month.
Gotcha.
Just like your mortgage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah. So, do you have any other type of questions about this?
No, not really. Obviously, it's something still taking consideration, but yeah, that's about it.
Okay. I mean, other sellers have questions about, hey, once you pay off my equity, my 10K, how what happens if you stop paying my mortgage in 10 years?
Yeah. So, like, what would you do?
Well, we would keep paying, but more like, what would you do if we stop making payments and your equity is already gone? Like we don't want to put you in a bad spot.
Yeah, but like that has to be like in the written agreement.
You're correct about that. Yeah. So we record a document, like another mortgage, essentially against your property. The same way you have a mortgage on the property, like who's your bank?
For the mortgage?
Yeah.
Pennsylvania Finance and Housing Agency.
Oh, okay. It's a very specific mortgage. Yeah. So you have a loan to the Pennsylvania and Financing and Housing Agency, and that loan is against the property. And then there'd be a second mortgage that'll say, hey, Ted and his partners got to pay Peyton every month that equals the mortgage. So it's like you are protected the same way that bank is protected on this transaction. So if we ever stop making payments to your mortgage, you have the proper paperwork, just like a bank, to take the property back.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
But so yeah, that's a specific type of transaction that we always do, and that we have specific paperwork that title companies and attorneys do for us so that the seller's protected. Because we don't want to ever be in a situation where a seller can come back to us and say, "Hey, we have no protection, Ted. That you buy our property. If you get abducted by aliens, I don't know where you are. Like, how do I get my property back?" And that's a concern that people could have. And so when we have these documents recorded against your property on the county, it's like, hey, it's right there. If we stop making payments, you can take that property back the same way a bank would.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're not gonna. I mean, this is from us doing this for years. So essentially,
So how many years have you guys been doing this?
So I've been doing it for 5 years. My partner's been doing this for a decade.
Okay.
And so, yeah, and that's how long our company's been around, about that time. So
what is the name of your company?
So we have a couple companies we use. One of them is Creative Property Buyers is one of them. And then we have 2 different LLCs that are in Pennsylvania specifically. I think one's like, I can't remember the address of the property, is like 3325 Stonehenge Drive LLC, and then 1307 Burnside Terrace LLC. But we have multiple properties. Obviously, we have multiple LLCs that do different things. We have marketing LLCs. We have LLCs that own properties. It really just depends on what you're looking for.
Okay.
Yep. So, I know I kind of went through a whole bunch of information. But what do you need from us to want to do a deal?
Just the right numbers, honestly.
All right. So I know you mentioned something about some down payment. You mentioned something about cash flow. What are you needing as a down payment, and what are you needing for the cash flow?
25 for the down payment and cash flow of $750.
Dang. Well, what's the purchase price?
The purchase price?
Yeah.
$150.
$150. So you're looking for and your mortgage is $126?
Correct.
Okay. Man, so I don't know that's even you'll have 0 payments of $750 because essentially you're asking for $25K down, and that's the way that we write our agreements is we take the mortgage balance, add the down payment, and then that's the purchase price. So there wouldn't be much in the seller payments. I do think $25K is probably a little bit high for us on something like this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just go back with your partner and figure out what your highest, what the highest you could offer me is. So, I mean, I understand you guys got to make money too.
Yep. Yeah, I was kind of more thinking around I wouldn't say the 10. It's I know my partner's gonna say 10. I'm sure I could possibly get them up to around the 15K mark down, and hopefully I can get you close to your rental. And I think if we were around the 10 to 15K down, we could definitely do the 150 purchase price.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could probably make a deal at that point.
Okay. All right. So let's doing some numbers right now. So what do you do for work?
I'm an electrician. Well, I'm a project manager. I'm a project manager for electricians.
Oh, nice. Well, I definitely won't tell you my business partner's an electrician, depending if you love electricians or not.
Well, is he union?
Nah.
All right, then I like him.
All right, cool. All right, thank God. I could have. Thank God I answered that question the right way, or you've been hanging up the phone on me. All right.
Yeah, Yeah. Wait, what state are you guys out of?
So I live in North Carolina, but I'm
Okay.
from Pennsylvania. So I'm from outside Philadelphia. Me and my partner, and we have some other partners too as well. We have 2 properties currently right now in the Poconos. We're looking to buy 2 more there. For whatever reason, properties in the Poconos come in pairs. Hopefully, you have another property or someone also in Erie, so you can buy 2 properties in Erie at the same time.
I don't know anyone.
Don't know
But
anyone?
it's funny. What part of North Carolina are you from?
So I live in Durham right now.
Okay. I was born in Winston-Salem and then grew up in Erie.
Oh, I just did a deal in Winston-Salem about a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more on the rural side though.
Yeah, I was in Clemens.
I'm not sure exactly where that's at. I've only been in Winston-Salem a few times. I've only been down here for like 4 years, 5 years, something like that.
Gotcha.
Mostly in Pennsylvania. So yeah, I mean, I'll just run some numbers here. So you're saying mortgage is 126, $15K down to you, and then that would probably mean I know 750 wouldn't really work for us as a monthly.
Just figure out what the highest cash flow actually would be.
Highest cash flow.
Yeah.
If you want the highest cash flow, I'd probably be a bit lower my down payment. So if I was at like 10K,
Gotcha.
yeah, so 10K maybe be at like 400.
Okay. So at 15, what would the cash flow be?
Probably like, I mean, without running like a bunch of deep numbers, probably like 200 a month.
Okay. Well, why don't you run the numbers for 10 and 15 and give me the exact numbers?
Okay. So which one are you leaning towards most? The 15K down or the 10K down?
The 15.
15. And so I said $200-ish a month. What would you need it to be at for that one to work?
At 15?
Yeah, 15K down.
I don't know, 250.
250. All right. So, if I say, "Hey Peyton, yes, let's do the 15K down. I'll pay you $250 a month." What's the next step?
The mortgage price at like 150,000.
What do you mean?
Well, you're paying me that over the how many years? Probably like 7.
Nah, yeah, something like that. So I'm getting here. So if we're buying it for 150 at the 15K down, that I usually do like 126 plus 15. So I got 141. So it's about 9K left over. 9K divided by 250. That's 36 months. That's 3 years. You pay it off in full.
Yeah, I think I could do that then.
Okay. All right. Peyton, what's your email address?
Peyton McCall 1 at Yeah. But that's not the best way to reach me. If you want to reach me, either call or text.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you want to go over an agreement? Like, it'd be hard for me to tell you this whole agreement without a email address.
Yeah, for sure. Just if you send me an email, maybe just send me a text being like, "Hey, check your email," because I don't check my email.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I used to not so much. Now people always be emailing me stuff, but I mean, I'm a text guy through and through. Well, actually, I'm more of a phone call guy.
Me too.
Yeah. It's just easier to get things figured out.
Yeah.
So you said Peyton McCall, Peyton.
Ted's catching me slipping.
Yeah.
At iCloud.com. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, when would you be ready to move forward on something like this?
Early October.
Okay,
3 weeks.
So what closing date should I put on it?
October 10th.
October 10th. All right, let me look at my calendar. I'll see if I can make that work. October 10th. When's your tenant moving out?
September 30th.
Okay. And so you,
I mean, it could be late. It can be later if you guys want it to be, but I'd like it done by the end of October at least.
end of October. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can shoot for the October 10th. You know, I would say, you know, our title company and PA is kind of on the slower side, so I'd probably like give us, you know, about 30 days or so. Make
Yeah.
sure we all got time. You got time. Yeah. What's your? I'll have to talk to my transaction coordinator. Are you familiar with what a transaction coordinator is?
No.
So-
Probably sounds exactly what it is.
Yeah, they coordinate the transaction. But no, they help with like the paperwork essentially, and they put it all together. They send out the emails. They communicate with you. They communicate with the closing attorney or the title company in Pennsylvania, and then they communicate with me. They're like, hey Ted, send in the $15K. You know, October 17th. I'll say, boom, done. Hey Ted, sign these documents. Hey Peyton, sign these documents, and they just kind of facilitate the transaction.
Gotcha.
Yep. So, what are you doing? I mean, I can get them to go put something together right now, so we can get this done for you.
I was gonna rely stress tonight, no offense, but so like you don't have to right now, but I mean tomorrow we can talk again.
All right. Well, I'll see if they're busy. I mean, usually at night, because they're more like in Central Time, they move a bit quicker at this time. Because
All right, well, have them do it, and then we'll go over it tomorrow.
All right. Cool. Any other concerns that you may have about this before I tell them, hey, give them the green light?
Just like the whole legality of it, I guess. I mean, not that I'm majorly concerned. It all sounds legitimate.
Yeah.
So maybe just talk to like. Do you have any testimonies or anything?
Yeah, we have a website somewhere. I don't usually have to use it too often, so I just tell my partner, hey, let's get paying a link to some of our testimonials. I can have you talk to some of our sellers in the past that I've dealt with and not other people in my company, just so they know just how it's been working with us, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice to talk to at least somebody, I guess.
Yeah, I can look to make that happen for you. All right, and then I can look to see if we can get you an email out, with some of our information. I got your email right here, and let me go talk to our transaction coordinators to see if they can put this together so we can have it to make sense.
Okay.
Cool. Let's see. Do you have like we can get the information later. I mean, it all sounds pretty good. So you're saying your mortgage payment's $950 a month roughly. Do you have like a photo of a statement, like an old statement or something like that laying around? You send my way?
No, I don't, but I could log in tomorrow and send you a screenshot.
Perfect.
But I mean, I pay $1,100 on that mortgage every month, and I can change it, but
yeah,
I can change it back down to $950.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. So this might sound a little bit weird, but you're gonna like this once I tell you, is when we buy your property, give you the down payment, handle the closing costs, essentially stuff like that. We are not paying you and then you pay your mortgage. We are paying your mortgage directly, and that's beneficial to you in the fact that it's not. What's that?
For my credit and everything.
Oh yeah, it's gonna help your credit as we continue to pay it. But you don't want us paying you to then pay your mortgage, because if the IRS sees it, they may start considering that some type of income. And you don't want that type of income.
Correct.
Yeah, so we just pay that mortgage directly.
All right, I like that a lot.
Cool. Well, not including the seller carry, the $250 a month. That will be income.
Yeah.
Yep. But since it's part of the house,
$250 a month.
Yeah.
$250 a month. So 500 times 6, it's $3,000 a year.
Yep. But since it's part of the sale of the house, you won't pay any tax on it because you used to live there, so you don't have to actually worry about that really at all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Cool. All right, Peyton. Well, that's all I got for you now. I am a bit late for I had a meeting with my partners at 8. But you got my cell phone right there. I'll either follow up with you with our transaction coordinators tonight, or we'll speak again tomorrow.
Yeah, let's plan on tomorrow. I gotta go to bed.
What's your schedule tomorrow?
I can talk to you after 3:30.
Gotcha. Sounds good. All right, Peyton. Talk to you then, man. Have a good night.
All right, so.
All right, bye.
Wow, Ted just coming in, locking up deals. But it was the famous Ted Miller special where the guy's like, "I'm going to bed," and Ted's like, "One more question."
There's got to be another objection in there somewhere.
He's got to just maybe, and sometimes I know that will either irk someone or it's something that's really magical. But good job, dude. Good job.
Hope it's a deal.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen. Yeah. Hey, well, before we go into that, Ash, I know that was a long one. Ashley, Shaun, anything you have do we need to get into a call? Anything? I don't want to tread on you guys.
No,
I'm good. Yeah, I was just talking to Jeff. It was like our first lead right up at the top. Really nice guy. Recently had a stroke. But yeah, a beautiful house. Really beautiful house. He said it's one of the best cities to live in the U.S. It's in. I'm trying to find. Is it Keller City in Texas? Keller City. That's not familiar.
It looks like is that Ohio? No, it's Peter.
No, it's Texas. Keller City, I think it was.
Fort Worth.
I could be lying though. Keller, Texas. Yeah. So
yeah, I see it right here. It's Lewis, Jeffrey Lewis.
Yes, that's it. So he's open to a SubTo, but he really wants to walk away with 290 in his pocket. Obviously, that's not feasible with what we do. So I tried to open him up to a seller finance on the equity portion, but he's got to use it for an actual payment to get into a new property. So then I was like, okay, well, let's get creative with this. And that's why I had messaged in the side chat, hey, do we have any properties in Grapevine, Justin, Azle, or North Bridgeton? So those are all towns and cities or whatever that they would be willing to, and obviously we're investors, so we want to make off this deal. So maybe there's something we could swap and get them into something, but make off this property if it's worth a lot more. It's a beautiful property if it's in a very desirable area, which is beautiful, right? I don't know if you had a chance to look it up, but that was just an idea that I was thinking. But he has my number and he'll call me and we can call him if we figure something out.
Well, here's the cool thing. You collected all the information. You got some of the good stuff. Then it could be as simple as Shaun calling, Ted calling, me calling, anyone else jumping in as a third party to make you look like we'll be the villain, right?
Yep.
Allow us to be the villain and you can work against us.
Love it.
To try to nail down, get that down payment. But the other thing is I would say is let's find out what his equity is.
Well, his equity is 290. So
he wants all of his equity.
Yeah, but I'm almost positive I could talk him down on it. The main thing is they just want to get into a different house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a cute looking house, big brick colonial.
It's too big for them.
Big in-ground pool that's green in the backyard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But no, all right. So we'll hammer through that. I mean, that's obviously it's a lead. That's an iSpeedToLead. That's definitely a lead. We just need to qualify it a little bit deeper and see. Maybe they just need to experience a little pain and we pull away a little bit and say, let the market beat them up. And then we go in there and have another conversation. It's reality.
2.5%.
What is it?
2.5%.
Oh, that's their interest rate right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe there is something there with next thing you know, it's 50K down, which still could be high, but that could be more reality.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. Was that all you really had for, I know you had some things cooking. Is that
I also did what you had asked me to with that other guy, Lon.
Yeah.
And I pitched that to him. I said, I broke it down and I told him that we could do that, but he didn't reply. So, I just said, just let me know. It's just another option, just trying to make it work. And then I gave him our website.
Cool. All right. Shaun, I saw you cooking.
Yeah, I had a couple calls, nothing really too crazy. I had a lot of double dials with voicemails, but I got one guy in Missouri that's has a lien on the property for like $80K, but he's open to a novation. So he's had like 100 phone calls in the past year from a bunch of people offering him like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 below what his lien is for the property. So I was like, yo, what if we just come in there, fix it up, and sell it on the back end and get you paid out? And he was like, yeah, send me what that looks like, and we can probably do that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. And then I always talk about the Jerry Norton novation, which
takedown method. Yeah.
Which could be a more of like as is, but is it distressed?
Oh yeah, heavily. It needs a
All right.
full rehab.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What else? All right. Do we want to circle back with Ted Miller? Ted had the last call of the night, it seems like. And Ted, what's the takeaway on that? I mean, it's a cute A-frame. It's right near the water. I think he's right. Looks like a cool little property. I sensed right away there was a tired landlord that really just got his. It's not for him.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Property management's not for him.
And that's what I was trying to deliver in the beginning, was just like, hey, like that's an option. Like
you went through them all. You were closing doors and hatches. You gave him every opportunity, not to interrupt you, but like that was good that you mentioned that. It was a good takeaway.
One of my favorite things that Ted did was he actually kept trying to reopen the door about being a landlord, trying to tell him like, oh, you could do this.
Well, he's closing it.
Oh, you could do this. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And the guy's like, no, I don't want to do it. He's like, yeah, but it's a good option. He's like, yeah, but he's like, he's making him. I wrote it in the chat. The first thing he said was right out the bat where he said, caught you at a bad time.
Yep.
It didn't actually sound like a bad time. I was like, man,
just make him say, nope, actually it's a good time. And
I mean,
then it was like, now he's in.
The TV was rocking and rolling, but he seems like he stepped aside.
Love that opening line.
So there's pain there. I say we got to keep on the momentum. He's not going with the attorney. He's not going with the credibility packet we can give, or any type of credibility we can have. And Ted's right. I mean, we can offer dozens upon dozens of or hundreds of different deals we've done. So we can just cherry pick, give the sellers. Ted, you actually have some testimonials with your sellers.
Yeah,
so that's pretty great.
Yep.
So yeah, I think there's definitely something there. What we're going to do is we're going to get the TCs involved. So, I mean, I know we could have done that right now. So, but yeah, we got the TCs ready to go. And guys.
And if I wasn't live and he was like not so tired, I probably would have started putting together the contract right then and there and make him sign on the phone. But that would have been another like 25 minutes. Yeah.
No, I think that was good. You could tell he was getting smoked.
Yeah.
And he was tapping out. So,
sure.
All right. So we're going to have to get those terms together, get the TCs involved, and heck yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. Like when he's like, oh yeah, I got like, I'm like, how's your interest rate you got in 2021? He's like, oh, it's not that good. 3.1. It's like, yeah, it kind of sucks.
I couldn't tell. Was he joking?
I thought he was serious. Like, it sounded like he was serious.
I think he was serious. And like, he was like, it's not that great. I'm like, dude, how did you get a 7%? Like, how does he get a 6 or 7 is where I thought he was at.
Yeah. Did you like refi him like a year later or something?
And no, it's it's only 3%.
Here's a guy who also thought he had 30 years left.
Yeah,
that's true. So actually, you know what? Note to self: let's get a witness to sign this with him.
Yes.
All right, because there could be a competency issue there.
Love it.
We watch our
Great
backs
job,
now.
Ted.
Yeah, really, Ted. Really, you just came in. We threw it eerie at you. I had my eye on that one. I said,
I did too.
Let's give it to Ted. Ted's a PA boy.
That's right.
And I think that was good.
Cool.
Very good.
Guys, what do you think? We got Yuri back here. Let's bring Yuri up.
Yuri.
Hey, Yuri.
How did it go, guys?
It went really well. I don't know if you heard the last call, but that was pretty great. So I think we'll have the TCs on that one, getting the contracts tomorrow for that. Seller appointment for Tuesday. Hopefully I'll be there with Andrew. And we got a couple other things we got to work on. Ashley's got to work. We got to work our way down on a 290 down payment, but
It's a nice house.
we'll chip away at those ones. Those are the ones we got to chip away at, and it might be ready in 2 months.
Exactly.
So
No, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Great to see, and thank you guys for providing extra guidance and support with that. So
Well, bro, it's iSpeedToLead's leads that are making it easy.
For
just
sure.
trying to save time for everybody. I know people underestimate the time it takes to get a decent lead and people interested. So trying to
sorry to interrupt you, but that was a great lead that I just called. I mean,
Yeah.
he was ready to go. He was ready to sign.
No, I just had a guy like buying $29 leads. He got like 7 contracts in 1 week. It's on our
That's
RG's
awesome.
channel, like ridiculous.
Wow.
But I mean, we'll see the dispo side, of course. Sometimes I'm getting cautious about, okay, when the guy gets money, I want to have the full story and testimonial on that. But the guy just came loaded and build rapport. He had a lot of experience in solar industry before, so the dude clearly knew what he's doing. So
That's
so far,
amazing. Ted, is that your first time with an iSpeedToLead lead?
As far as I know, yeah. Unless I called someone else's seller, but no, that was the first iSpeedToLead lead I've had.
What'd you think?
That was great. It felt like it was a warm lead. It felt like it was like someone that, someone else on the team kind of warmed up for me to talk to. So that was great. Yeah.
Awesome.
I didn't think it was like a hot lead.
1 for 1.
Yeah, that was really good. So, without further ado, Yuri, if that's it, do you have any further instructions for anybody? We got that live, guys, on Saturday. We're gonna go give some value. We're gonna talk about the deals that we've done, and we're gonna talk about a couple. We're gonna go through third-party stories, hit you with why we went creative. Gonna give you some scripts. We got a bunch of free stuff in the can. We got some seller calls. I think there's a calculator. A creative calculator I'm going to give away too. I was going to save that, but I think we're going to give it away on this one. Anyone else? Andrew,
Good
you're
to
going
go.
through the goodie bag, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we got some fun stuff.
We're going to give the link away we're going to post it in the description, guys. If you listen to this, hit the descriptions. The link will be down there. Sign up. It's this Saturday, the 21st, 11 a.m. East Coast time. If you're listening to this later on, obviously it's past, but keep checking in for details. Guys, thank you so much. iSpeed, thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much.
guys.
I appreciate you all.
We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Yes.
And then there were 2.
Are we still live?
I think we are. I thought they were going to shut off the live. So, all right, Yuri. I'll catch you up. Bye.